It's Friday! Why did I make this clip so long? Friday! Yeah! All right. Hello, everyone. How are you today? My name is Ed. This is the Rot Gut Review. And today is a very important day. Today is Friday. It's Friday, everybody. Friday. I'm excited. So today is the day we celebrate rye. But before we get to that, actually, I have two somewhat more serious things to talk about. Real quick. We'll keep it nice and light, but right now we got to do a couple serious things. First of all, so every once in a while, not that often, because let's face it, this channel is terrible, but every once in a while, somebody gives me a super chat, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. However, going forward, for the time being, instead of doing super chats, if you feel the need to throw some money somewhere, please don't give it to me. Instead, please give it to Direct Relief, a wonderful charity who is currently supporting the Ukrainian people with direct medical aid. I'm sure everyone knows exactly what's going on in Ukraine right now. We don't have to get too deep into it, but for the next foreseeable future, on all of my streams, I'm not going to be accepting super chats. If you have some money burning a hole in your pocket, whether it's on a Friday stream, whether it's on a Sunday stream, whenever, don't give it to my dumbass. Please, instead, give it to Direct Relief. They're doing some great work. The people of Ukraine need as much help as they can get right now. And also, when you're there, make sure to set the program that you're donating to the people of Ukraine. I mean, I guess you could also give it to many of the other wonderful programs that Direct Relief is working on, but, I think the Ukrainians need it more than anybody else right now. So please, no super chats. Give that money to people who really need it. Cool? All right. Thank you. Mike Lizak says Putin only drinks allocated bourbon. Yep. All right. Second, more serious thing that also, this is pinned in the chat. You should all be able to see it. If YouTube is doing its job, this should be at the top of your chat whenever you come on the Rot Gut Review live stream. Okay? Cool. Second most serious thing. I have to apologize to you guys. I owe you guys an apology. I do. And I'm very, very sad to have to say this, because it hurts. It hurts me very deeply to have to say this. But I've been lying to you guys. In fact, I think I've been lying to you guys for the past 3 years, or however long this crappy little channel has been on the air. I've been lying, and that's not fair. It's not fair to you, and that's not fair to me, to have to keep up this charade. And it hurts me to have to say this, but the truth is, for the last 3 years, I've been telling you guys that whatever whiskey you like to drink and however you like to drink it is the correct way. But the truth is, that's a lie. There is very clearly one kind of whiskey that is better than all other kinds. All right? One kind of whiskey that is better than every other type of whiskey in the world. All right? And that's rye whiskey. Rye whiskey is the greatest whiskey on the face of God's green earth. And if you don't like rye whiskey, well, I'm sorry. You're an ignorant fool. And I hope, with my gentle coaching, that we can relieve you of that ignorance. Because not only Not only is there one great kind of whiskey, which is rye whiskey, there is in fact only one brand of rye that is truly the greatest rye in the world. All right? And that, my friends, is Driftless Glen rye, made right here in Wisconsin. Greatest rye on earth, greatest whiskey on earth. And I'm going to tell you right now, I love a lot of different ryes. For example, Lot 40 out of Canada. Great rye, fantastic rye, amazing rye. But this is dog piss compared to Driftless Glen. New Riff rye, New Riff malted rye. Fantastic rye, amazing rye, wonderful rye. But you know what? It's dog piss compared to Driftless Glen. Driftless Glen rye, amazing rye, fantastic rye. But you know what? It's dog piss compared to Driftless Glen. Wait, scratch that last one. But the point being, I'm spittling. Look at me. I'm frothing at the mouth. I'm so excited about Driftless Glen rye. So excited. I'm literally frothing at the mouth over how good Driftless Glen rye is. But point being, today I'm going to introduce you to a few Driftless Glen ryes. I'm going to tell you why they're so amazing, why I love Driftless Glen rye with every inch of my person. And I'm going to drink some. But first, let's see who's all in the chat, hey? Kilco, my man Kilco. Yes, you can have all the Driftless Glen rye. Actually, let's just call it Driftless Gly. That's what it's called now. We're going to shorten that up. We don't even have to call it Driftless Glen rye anymore. It's just Driftless Gly. Driftless Gly. Yeah, he wants all the Driftless Gly that he can. My man Sean Whiskey's here. What's going on? He's saying that there's also some really other great ryes from Wisconsin. And I agree. Except none lives up to Driftless Glen. All right? Let's make that real apparent right at the beginning of the stream. All right? Yeah. Limousine rye, love limousine rye. Great Northern rye, I love Great Northern rye. All right? Lacrosse, yeah. Except they're all down here on the pecking order. And Driftless Glen, right up here. On the totem pole of ryes, right up here. Aiden, what's up? Aiden can't be here. He won't make the live. Just want to say that Driftless rye is stupid good. Driftless Gly, as it's called. Happy Friday, Roop! Mike Lizak is here. Pinch Hitter Whiskey Lounge is here. Everybody, make sure you go subscribe to Pinch Hitter and Kilco and everyone else who's in this chat. Because we got to show our love to other whiskey channels. Whether or not they have realized the true gospel of rye or not, we should show some support to the other whiskey channels. Hopefully they will all one day become rye lovers, as they so obviously should. Grouchy Pseudopod. Yes, longest vowel sound ever. Yeah, that hurt my throat a little bit. Run Rev, what's going on? Happy Friday! Eric C's asking where the homeless cats are at. They're out walking to their trucks. Crafty God, how are you? I read a thing today about someone who booked an Airbnb in Ukraine and paid for it online. So the owner got the money right away. He talked with the owner and is lending out his house to refugees. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. See, that kind of thing, in these dark times, it's those little things that actually do restore your faith in humanity. You know, people coming together and actually trying to help each other out. That's actually really nice. That's cool. Scott Moody, he's doing that new riff rye. All right. I see you, Scott. That new riff rye is pretty good. But don't you think you should pour yourself a little bit of Driftless Gly? Just a little bit of Driftless Gly? I think you should. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. What the fuck? I thought you were going to tell us that you dye your beard. No. This is still natural. I promise. This is still natural. Rube says I'm turning into Randy Macho Man. Randy Savage. Oh, the cream always rises to the top. Or in this case, the rye always rises to the top. Chris K is here. He's laughing. Good to see ya. Crafty God says he's got a Driftless Glen single barrel rye that is amazing. Of course you do, because all Driftless Glen rye is amazing. They can't make a mistake. Literally, I'm pretty sure the good Lord Jesus himself came down from heaven and placed his holy hand upon the ground that Driftless Glen was built upon and consecrated it so that only the finest of alcoholic beverages could be made there. And then he got tacos or something. I don't know. That was the second coming. We missed it. The second coming was just Jesus blessing Driftless Glen and then getting tacos, and we all missed it. Bad timing, I guess. Bad timing. John Kranz is here, and he says Driftless Glen rye is his favorite. Absolutely, because you're a man of taste and education. Emily Chambers, what's up? What's up, Emily Chambers? Good to see you. Yes, it is killer. Chris K is saying, what a performance. I don't know what you're talking about. This is how I act always. This is how I act all the time. This is just me. This is shoot me. This channel is Whiskey Kayfabe. What's Kayfabe? And we're all here for it. Hey, Wesley Sellers here. And Glide Life. I like that. Cats and Rubber says, don't forget to click that like button. Thank you, Cats and Rubber. And Juniper Lane, yes. Oh, I love that. His holy hand, the stigmata. Oh, you're appealing to the Catholic in me. I like you, Squirtle. I like you a lot. The second coming was Jesus getting whiskey and tacos in Wisconsin. Hell yeah. Gary White. Ooh, actually, I will say, I've been looking at that guy. That Jefferson's rye finishing cognac. Looks good. It's no Driftless Glen, but it looks good. And then Jose Lupercio came in. Buffalo Trace, yes or no? Does it exist? Yes. Buffalo Trace does exist. Okay, so let's talk about Driftless Glen rye. They have a few different rye options. And I'm going to talk to you about a couple of them. Now, the only one I'm not going to talk about today is this one, 51. 51 is good. It's a great rye. Not that I don't dislike it. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, it's great rye. Don't get it twisted. Fantastic rye. But here's the thing. We're going to talk about their full-blooded ryes. 51 rye, 51% alcohol, 51% rye in the mash bill. Fun gimmick. Love it. But what we're going to talk today, we're going to talk full-blooded rye. Full-blooded rye. That rye that's going to put hair on your chest. That rye that's going to put hair in the back of your throat. That rye that's going to put hair on your ass. I don't know. I don't know why rye would do that, but it does. For those long Wisconsin winters, you're going to want that hair all up on your chest, all up in your throat, all up on your ass. And that's what full-blooded Driftless Glen is all about. What's the best Wisconsin taco? I really love Conejitos here in Milwaukee. Conejitos is my jam. $5 for like 7 tacos. Love Conejitos. Also, Conejitos means tiny rabbit, and that's adorable. I love rabbits. I think they're super cute. Crafty God, how do you feel about Angel's Envy rum finished rye? I like it, but many think it's too sweet. You know, it is sweet. It's true. And it may be a little too sweet for a lot of people. And I don't usually go for super sweet whiskeys. I got a sweet tooth. I do like candy. I do like candy, but I don't like super sweet alcohol. Yeah, not a big fan of super sweet alcohol. But what I will say for Angel's Envy Rum Finished is that if you're going to go sweet, you got to go spicy. Okay? And Angel's Envy does that well. It's like drinking a cinnamon roll. Yeah. Yeah. So in that regard, good. It is sweet. It's very sweet. But if you're going to go sweet, go spicy. And that's what they did. That's what they did. Brian Bemis is the founder of Driftless. Another Brian mistaken for Jesus. Yeah. Our Lord and Savior, Brad LeClaire, wherever he is in the Great White North. All right. Let's talk about what we're going to be drinking today. So, First of all, in our full-blooded rye lineup is your Driftless Glen rye whiskey. Now, it's not straight rye because it's aged a minimum of 6 months. So if you're gonna call it straight, it's got to be at least 2 years. But I'm going to tell you why I don't much care about age statements when it comes to rye in just a little bit. Let me introduce these first, then I'll tell you why I don't give a damn about age statements when it comes to rye. Second up, we've got Driftless Glen Straight Rye Whiskey Single Barrel. Now, they also do have a cast strength version of this as well. Unfortunately, I don't have any here, but the new cast strength version looks very cool. It's got it's black label with blue lettering. Yeah, it looks really sick. It looks really sick. But this is your straight rye. So this is 47 months old. That does vary. Different single barrels will be different ages. So keep that in mind when you're out and about. But then, here's the thing. Here's the star of the show. Here's the star of the show. These two are my babies. I'm so excited to get into these. One, Driftless Glen Young Rye, and 2, Driftless Glen Young Rye. But the difference is these are different barrels. Now, this was kind of their pre-production rye. This was the rye they put out as kind of like, oh, this is a little sample of what you're going to get with our rye someday. We're going to make a really good rye someday. So we're going to put out a little young rye to give you a little taste. Give you a little taste. Just a little taste of what you're going to make. But you know what? You know what? This stuff is some of the best rye on the planet, bar none. Bar none. And it's less than a year old. Well, actually, no, this one's 20 months old. So less than 2 years old. And this stuff is amazing. They don't make it anymore. They don't make it anymore. And it's so sad. If anyone from Driftless Glen watches this stream, I am begging you, please release another run of this stuff. It's so good. Anytime I see this in a liquor store, I snap this stuff up. Like literally, I have bought out liquor stores of their stock of this. I've seen it on the shelves and I bought everything they have. And I encourage you to do the same because it's amazing. Cats and rubber, not the eyeball hair. Listen. If you drink good rye, you're going to get eyeball hair. It's just an effect that rye has. It really does. I can't explain it. Science doesn't know how it works. You know, scientists can't explain why rye makes eyeball hair grow. It just does. It just does. All right. Russell B. Happy Friday. Okay, let's look at this. Oh, yeah. Look at that baby. Look at that baby. All natural Wisconsin rye. You got to love that. Now, you'll notice for being 6 months old, now, obviously, there's some older whiskey in here. For those of you who are obsessed with whiskey color, you'll notice that's a pretty good color right there, right? All of these have a pretty nice color because there is, even though I'm a fan of young rye, I will admit that a little barrel influence is a good thing. A little barrel influence is a good thing. And these guys get a lot of barrel influence. And that's part one of what makes Driftless Glen Rye, or Driftless Glen, so great. Is that it's this fun mixture of like that young rye spice and just enough wood influence to get it to a good place. Oh, oh, best of both worlds. Okay, that's horrible. This is horrible, but I don't care about age statements, Ed Delia. That guy is such a piece of shit. That man is such a piece of shit. Like, listen, I don't fuck with pedophiles and rapists. Period. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Yeah. I did see that everyone's favorite thick boy had him on the channel, which it's a little funny to me. I don't know, it's just kind of sad. Like, why does he associate with guys like that? Like that rapist guy and this pedophile? Because doesn't he have kids? I don't get it, man. I mean, that's just sad. I don't know. Also, isn't hanging out with Chris D'Elia when you have a child, isn't that kind of like hanging a lamb over a shark tank? Yeah. Anyway. All right. I don't think he cares. That man doesn't care about me. He doesn't care what I have to say. I've got 7,000 subscribers. He doesn't give a shit. All right. Okay, so your base rye whiskey, I will say the nice thing about this is that mixture of young rye spice and the barrel, because you get this nice earthy clove, right? You get the nice earthy clove. You get a little bit of that kind of fig Newton kind of smell with and this is the fun part for me. You kind of get all the things I love in a rye. So you get that caramel from the barrel just to even it out a little bit. But the spiciness, you get the earthy clove, you get a little bit of mint, you get some of that eucalyptus-y smell. Oh, Emily says I'm flirting with 8K. Yeah, I do okay. I do okay for myself. Yeah, there you go. Nobody cares about this channel. Oh, but my favorite thing with Driftless Glen is that you get like this cool bready character. I don't find that with a lot of ryes. You get this sweet bready character along with your spiciness. And I don't know where that comes from. I don't think they release a mash bill on this, but that cool, weird bready character is so different from like the caramels and the vanillas you usually get from a barrel. And it's certainly not something I usually associate with rye grain, right? However, with this guy, it's so beautiful. It pops up and it's so lovely. And it just meshes so well with that fig and stone fruit kind of thing. It's delicious. It's delicious. Oh, yeah. That's just that fig Newton clove mixture. Oh, Christian says I do. Cats and Rubber says we care. Oh, well, thank you. You guys care, and I love you for it. Dread Bar is asking, what's the best Canadian rye? Okay, so if you're not going to drink some Glye, if you're not drinking Glye, and you have to buy some Canadian rye for some reason, okay, I get it. You want to drink some Canadian rye. Lot 40. Lot 40 is amazing. Especially if you can find one of these 2012 releases, if there's any still out there. this is amazing stuff. It really is. And the reason I like the 2012 better than the standard release is the malted rye. On the standard release, they're not using that malted rye, and you lose a little bit of that funky vegetalness. And I love some funky vegetables. I want that little bit of that funky, rotten vegetal, like rotten leaf thing in my mouth. I like eating rotten leaves, is what I'm saying. If that's not for you, if that's not your jam, you can also get the standard. I know I have a bottle of it somewhere. Don't know what I did with it. But yeah, standard lot 40. If you don't want a funky vegetal thing, yeah, then you should probably go with the standard. Yeah. There's very few ryes I found that go too funky for me. I like that funk. I really like that funk. Occasionally, I've found a rye that has a little too much that vegetal funk, and like it's gotten to the point of like tasting like actual, I don't know, like just really, really rotten, like rotten celery. Like you put celery in a compost pile. You put celery in a compost pile and let it sit for a couple weeks. Occasionally, you can find a rye that's a little bit too much of that. 80 Laws, I think, is the only one I can think of that is really, really too funky for me. Except for, besides that, I love funk. We want the funk. Gotta have that funk. Oh, we want the funk. Gotta have that funk. Yeah. Oh, so good. You know what I think also makes Driftless Glen rye whiskey really good is on the finish. The finish is especially important to me in a rye because I think a really good rye finish kind of combines all the elements that you get on the palate, but in a really nice cohesive whole that just lingers with you. And I think Driftless does that very well. It has the fruity elements. It has the little bit of lemon, kind of like a lemony zest kind of thing. And all that spice, that mint, that caraway, that kind of cloviness. It kind of hits all those notes all at once. And I think that's really cool. Oh, you're up Canada. Okay, yeah, no, I'm sure. Luckily, Driftless is seeing more and more distribution, at least here in the continental United States. There's more and more single barrel picks that are coming out, which is really cool. However, yeah, you're probably not going to find these up in Canada, which is really silly because Wisconsin's like, what, five minutes away from Canada? You think we could get this stuff up there for you? We don't. And I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that the Great White North, the barren land of Canada, is bereft of this fine beverage. On behalf of all Wisconsinites, I apologize. Kyle Taylor saying, haven't seen on the East Coast. Oh, okay. Well, I hope it gets there soon. Pretty sure it's out west these days. I know it's pretty much all throughout the Midwest. So they're pumping it out. They're pumping it out. Hey, Christian's up Canada too. Nice. You know what else I really like about this stuff? Really like, there is, with that clove, that earthy clove, right? On the nose especially, it has this nice brown sugar burlap kind of thing, or Hessian, if you're outside of the United States. A Hessian sack. And that's a weird note, I know. Like burlap or Hessian is a very weird note, but when it's done right, and it's like a sweet brown sugary burlap sack. I know that sounds gross. That sounds really gross, but it works. It works. Hey, what's up, Hagen, Arizona? What's going on? Oh, level 5. Thank you. You'll keep your eyes open for this. Well, my man, thank you. Thank you. I'll do my best to keep up the energy. Yeah. Okay. So that's their basic offering. Basic offering, minimum 6 months. All right. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I like the younger age statements when we get to the young rye. But let's break out their slightly older version. This is a single barrel pick from my former employer, Ray's. They're not paying me to shout them out. I'm just doing it out of the niceness of my heart. But I might start charging for that. Hey, Ray's, pay me. Oh, Paul, that's from Canada. We got a bunch of Canadians up in here. Hey. Oh, Canada, you sure are a great country. Super cool. And also way into hockey with maple syrup and beavers and also moose, I guess. And I don't know what I'm singing, but yeah, Canada, yes. All right. Guy Brush is asking, heard about Warburger? Yes, I actually reached out to the distillery to see if I could get a sample because they don't sell it online. They don't sell it around here. Apparently, it's mostly the distribution is mostly in Texas and California, I think. But I am taking a trip down to Kentucky later this month and down to Texas a little bit later for a few things, secret projects that I can't tell you about right now. Can't tell you, but I will. Secret projects. Hopefully, maybe I'll be able to find some while I'm down there. Sounds like a legit song? No, it doesn't. It doesn't sound anything like a legit song. All right, a note of wet burlap and grass. Yeah, basically. All right. So now with the single barrel releases of the straight rye, obviously it's a straight rye, so it's going to be a little bit older, right? So this one's coming in at 47 months, which is almost 4 years. If you like a little bit more barrel influence, certainly you're going to get it with these guys. But, and I said before, Driftless does a very good job of balancing the rye grain and the barrel influence, right? So this guy, and actually a lot of their older stuff, I will say, it doesn't go excessively caramely, vanilla-y sweet. If anything, I do think it kind of brings out more of the fruitiness. So if you're someone who's a little bit more spice adverse, you're not looking for that big blast of pepper. Yeah, this is kind of more in your direction. What I like about this is that you are still retaining a lot of that clove and mint. And that bready fig Newton-y quality, that spicy bready fig Newton quality. Yeah. Love it. And the other thing I will say, especially for, again, single barrel, so there's going to be differences. But with this guy in particular, I really like, it's got this fun, you know how I was talking about that lemon zesty kind of taste earlier? It's got that, but mixed with kind of like that plum and lemon, like you put it in a syrup. You know, you boiled some sugar down with a little plum extract and a little bit of lemon. You get that thing boiling. You get it all going. That's that. Hey, Jason Busey is here. My man, Jason Busey. It's been a minute, dude. Good to see you. Just got off a 6-hour call with no resolution. Does anyone have any Everclear handy? I need to destroy brain cells. I am sorry, man. That sucks. I mean, I keep Everclear on hand all the time to bathe in. Yeah. You know, you gotta bathe. in those grain spirits. It's an old-timey remedy. Anyway, Guybrush Threepwood is saying, finest bottle I ever bought was a 12-year-old Talisker. Yeah, that's good. Gave some douche in Thailand a glass and he put Red Bull in it. How dare he? How dare he drink whiskey the way he wanted to drink it? God damn it. Some people's children. That son of a bitch. Wow. The rudeness of some people. I don't care. Put Red Bull in your whiskey. I mean, if someone offers you whiskey and they're like, hey, you should drink this neat. Yeah, you should drink a little neat. I would say that's polite, but I don't give a shit. Put whatever you want in your whiskey. Unless it's rye. Unless it's rye. And it's specifically Glye. Because if it's Glye, I don't want to hear anybody putting anything in it except more Glye. You better be putting, if you're drinking some lovely Wisconsin Glye, you better be putting nothing but more Glye in your glass. That's a rule. That's a law, in fact. In the state of Wisconsin, if you add anything to your Driftless Glen rye that isn't more Driftless Glen rye, they are legally allowed to take all of your possessions. They won't put you in jail. They'll just make you homeless. True story. True story. I've seen it happen. To many people. It's terrible. It's terrible. But you know what? We got to do what you got to do. You got to protect the Glye. You do. And sometimes you got to make homeless people out of unsuspecting folks to protect the Glye. What are you going to do? Now I will say, the one thing that I do like more about the younger version than the straight version is, well, this one's bisexual, which appeals to me. But also the straight version doesn't quite have the same amount of Peppa Pig, right? When I drink a rye, you gotta have the Peppa. You gotta have that Peppa, all right? And that's why we've got this guy right here. The Peppa Master. The Peppa Master right here. Driftless Glen Young Rye. Save this one for last. Why? Because it's the most important. Look at these guys. Love them. Guybrush says, here in Vietnam, they have some of the most hideous rice wine you could ever imagine. Ever had any? No, I can't say I have. I would love to try some, though. I also really want to try Baijiu, because apparently that stuff tastes like gasoline. That's the Chinese rice distillate. If I wasn't worried about, like, giving money to the Chinese government because, they're kind of bastards, I would go out and buy some Baijiu. But yeah, I would love to try some of that. Okay, so we've got our first bottle of young rye. This is barrel 156, aged 20 months, bottled by Max. Thank you, Max. Christian says, yeah, war crimes like that deserve justice. Absolutely. I want those people tried in The Hague. Take those sons of bitches to Holland or wherever The Hague is. I don't know. I'm terrible at geography. Want them tried. Kilko! Hey, Kilko! I was just mentioning how everyone should subscribe to your channel. Yeah. Everyone should go and subscribe to Kilko because I love Kilko. Kilko's good people. All right. This one's my new bottle. Haven't even tried it yet. So we'll see how it is. I assume, actually, in fact, I know it's going to be excellent because once again, This is consecrated by the hand of the Lord himself. Truly, truly a holy beverage. A holy beverage. John Africa, the civil rights activist? The civil rights activist who got murdered by the police back in the 60s? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that's about, but yeah, John Africa was a civil rights activist. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about sometimes. Oh. Oliver says gasoline isn't bad. I'd try that. I have heard that in some places when they can't get legal booze, they have drank jet fuel because it's such high octane, and it's in some ways it's safer than some of the moonshine people make. I mean, it can't be much safer because it's jet fuel, but yeah. All right, let's get into it. So, on my right hand, your left, is the barrel 156. On my left, your right, 337. Oh, so this one's actually a little bit newer. So we got 156, 357. I did find once, I found like a barrel 50. I was super happy to find that. I bought it at a Costco. It was actually the first one I ever got. I found it at a Costco. They had about 7 of them. And I was like, hey, Driftless Glen. I love that shit. Let's give it a try. So I bought one, and it was awesome. And then the next week, I went back because I was like, fuck, I got to get all of this. I got to go buy all of this. This was before I realized how good Driftless Glen was. So I go back to buy it, and they were sold out. Somebody came in and cleared them out of like all the early barrels. Oh, I was so disappointed. I was so mad at myself that I didn't just buy them all right away. Damn. Jet fuel is pretty much kerosene. Yeah, so maybe don't drink jet fuel. Maybe don't. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. It's your life. It's your body. Your choice. Do what you want with it, but maybe don't. Maybe. At least think about it before you drink any jet fuel. I would. Oh. There's a reason that I love young rye. And it's the same reason I think I like the younger rye better than the straight rye. Because the younger ryes tend to have more spice, right? The compounds that create the minty, caraway, cinnamony, peppery flavors, right? That's all from the grain for the most part. And when you put that in a barrel, what happens is the distillate starts to soak in and out of the wood, and it starts to extract those chemicals. Go see my whiskey pump video if you want to know more. But the problem with that is, as you extract the compounds out of the barrel, you do tend to change, if not lose, a lot of that rye grain flavor. And so that's why I think a lot of ryes are very, very good. Usually, I would say 4 to 6 years old, sometimes as young as 2, a year and a half, 2 years, as is the case with these guys. I think that amount of aging gives you just enough barrel flavor to smooth off those edges without replacing the rye spice. Once you get up into that, if you get too old, now, and this one's not too old, I wouldn't say it's too old, but you're starting to get into that area where it's like, all right, am I drinking rye or am I starting to just drink barrel? Right? I know, I'm getting so hot in here. It happens to me every time I stream. As soon as it's 40 degrees out there, or like 30, I get sweaty. I don't know. I like it cold. 20 degrees would be perfect for me. 20 degrees. Can't do it. Can't do more than that. Scotch Moody says, young rye, old Scotch, 4-year bourbon. You know, I agree with that for the most part, except for I do like older bourbon, and I prefer younger Islay Scotch. Crafty God says, I poured some of my Driftless Glen rye. It's so good with hints of mint, caramel, spice, licorice. Yes, and that's another thing. I think I really dig about these young ones. Actually, let's get into this guy. Oh yeah. See, these two are a little different. These two are a little different, and that's what you get with single barrels, right? This one's a little bit more sawdusty, a little bit more pickly. Whereas this guy is actually a little bit more of that anise. And that is one thing I will say. I do like black licorice. I do like black licorice. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so good. Ooh, this new bottle, that first sip. Ooh, baby. Ooh, goddamn. That black licorice, eucalyptus, and pepper. That is pure rye, pure glye. You want to drink some glye? You got to get the right stuff. And this is glye. This is pure, true glye. Oh, hey, Michael Oporto's watching 30 minutes behind. So in 30 minutes, when you see this, Michael, hello, hey, cheers. Hey, and DM, I want to say hi to DM who says, up, Papa. Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, no, I don't look great. We all know this. I'm a hideous ghoul of a man. We all know this, and that's okay. I've come to terms with it. I have. I am a misshapen homunculus, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Guybrush is asking, does cheap shit get better the more of it you drink? Yeah, in a way. I mean, like, just because the drunker you get, the more you numb your taste buds. So, like in an evening, yeah. If you drink like 5 shots of bad whiskey, that 6th shot is going to taste like nothing. You know. So in that regard, yeah. Hattori Hanzo says, I have an old pepper rye barrel pick that is incredible. Almost head to head with JD BP rye. Okay. That's impressive. That is impressive. Because I love JD. The barrel proof rye is amazing. Is it as good as Driftless Glen? No, but nothing is. To be fair, nothing is as good as Driftless Glen. Of course. And if anyone argues differently, you're a fool. However, yes, JD barrel proof rye is one of the best goddamn ryes. So if that old pepper is that good, that's impressive. That's the ginger-esque Sasquatch. I like that. Oh, hey, yay! Oporto's here. Good to see you, buddy. You know, and there's some truth to that. Cheap stuff makes the hangover worse. Although there's also some truth to the more congeners that are in your whiskey, like that make the hangover worse as well. It's a balancing act, I guess. Because, you know, like people say pure vodka doesn't give you as bad a hangover because it doesn't have the same level of congeners as a whiskey, right? It's got less stuff floating in it. So you generally get less. So, like, a really old whiskey, if it has a lot of barrel stuff, is it going to give you a bit more hangover? Maybe. Personally, in my experience, though, the worst hangovers come from dehydration, not from what you were drinking. That's my experience, anyway. To be fair, who's excited for the new Shorzy show? Who's excited for the new Shorzy? Your ma sounds like a Tanganese cat when a window closes on its tail. Like, fuck you, Jonesy. Fuck you, Jonesy. Your ma gives my nipples butterfly kisses. Oh, Christian, you didn't have to. Yes, please do donate to Direct Relief for Ukraine. I would prefer you do, but thank you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you. This glizzy goblin. Gonna donate to Ukraine as well. This guy just has such good energy, needs some shit coming back to this glizzy goblin. I like that. I like that glizzy goblin. That's cute. Okay, yes, I really need to get some t-shirts out. Ginger-esque Sasquatch will be a t-shirt. For sure. For sure. You know what else I really like about these Driftless Glen, these young ryes? I'll tell you what I like about them. There's a mustard seed note. A little bit of mustard seed. And I get that with ryes. I do get that with ryes. Very, not all ryes have that touch of mustard, but every so often you get like a stone ground mustard kind of thing. And I dig it. I dig it like a spigot. Like, yes, I can. Like, can I kick it? Wicked. Liquor shot if you're happy and you know it. Good on you, Christian. Thank you. Really appreciate that. And Deathless Dogs, cheers, man. Cheers, dude. Everybody, go subscribe to Deathless because they're awesome. And they're very supportive of this channel, and I should be supportive of them as well. All right. So here's the question, though. Of the two young ryes that we got here, which one is better? Which one's got that pepper? Which one's got the pepper? Oh, I think it might be the new one, you guys. Yeah. November has come when it's gone away. See, that's I only just realized November has come because it's gone away. And now it's March. So I just woke up this morning and realized November has come and gone away. Oh, man. Man. I miss MF Doom. Pinch Hitter says Deathless Dogs in my rock cut. Wisconsin overload. Yeah. There are so many Wisconsin channels now, right? I mean, there's me, Deathless, My Whiskey Den, My Bourbon Journey, Drew P, who's a Milwaukee boy. Yeah. So a couple of Milwaukee people. And I think actually My Bourbon is out in the suburbs somewhere. Well, I'm in the suburbs too now, but somewhere farther out. Yeah, thank you, Roop. Thank you, Roop, for throwing that up. Appreciate you. Yeah, I think I like the new one better. The newer one. It's this young rye, a little more chocolatey. A little bit less of the spice, a little bit more easygoing. Whew, I gotta open up a door in here. Shit, I'm gonna be dying by the time summer comes. Whew, this little room with the lights. Whew, I get hot. Yeah, but this one, it's not as chocolatey, which I do like chocolatey notes in my rye. I dig a chocolatey note. Oh, but the pickle and the black licorice. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! That's some good stuff. That's good stuff. Scott Moody says he needs to head over to Culver's for some cheese curds. Closest they get to Wisconsin in Texas. You know, when I went down to Austin and I found out you guys had a Culver's down there, it blew my mind. Blew my mind. I was like, holy shit. They have Culver's down here? That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, this isn't hammered, Rolando. This ain't hammered. You can find streams where I've been hammered. This is nothing. This is nothing. Trust me. Trust me. This is like base level for me. I'm just a weird ass motherfucker. Oh, really? I did not know that. See, I'm finding out new things all the time. All right, I'm going to do a little blend of all 4 of them, as is tradition. For we must keep with tradition. For if we don't keep with tradition, how shall our culture remain alive? That got weird. That got weird. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, Zach Brooks says they got a Culver's in Knoxville recently. That's awesome. Yeah, Culver's is great. And you know what? You know what blew my mind is that people in other states don't have frozen custard. I don't. That's wild to me. Like people don't know about frozen custard and how it's so much better than ice cream. It's sad. That's a sad thing that you guys don't have frozen custard. It saddens me on a deep personal level. It hurts. It hurts. Holy shit. Wait, T-Pain has a Wisconsin Fest? No, I did not know. I had no idea about that. That sounds awesome. Also, I like that you spelled it Wisconsin. I change that up depending on how Wisconsin I want to be. Erica makes fun of me all the time for my Wisconsinisms or lack thereof. But it's funny because she can't say, she doesn't say Jenny and Ginny differently. She says them both exactly the same. So that's what I make fun of her for. She makes fun of me for saying douchebag and hey there. I once was talking to a valet and I was like, hey there, how you doing there? We're here for the thing. And she was like, why the fuck did you say that many hey there's? I was like, no, you gotta say hey there at the beginning to greet them. And then hey there in the middle is to let them know your friendly intentions. And then a hey there at the end is to finish it up. It's like a period. So hey there, how you doing there? We're here for the thing there. You know, that's how the hey dares work. And if you really want to go heavy into like it, you say hey there, ain't a. Or ain't a hey. Hey there, ain't a hey. That's Milwaukee. Although there's not a lot of people that talk like that anymore. It's mostly down south Milwaukee. Yeah, not a lot of people do the hey there, hey. Oh, a mansion in Wisconsin. Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, and ope. We do say ope a lot. We say ope a lot. Yeah. And I didn't even realize that was a Wisconsin thing. Did not realize it. Because I just thought that's what you said. Like if you got to get by somebody in a grocery store, like, oh, got to get around you. Oh, coming back around. Oh. Yeah. They haters because they hate us. It's weird though. Yeah. Rock Gut never drinks from the bubbler. Oh no, I love bubblers. Although I've when I've been out of state and I've asked for a bubbler, they've just looked at me funny. Water fountain? Who calls it a water fountain? You weirdos. Oh man. I had high hopes for this blend, but it's a little too caramely. Oh, I know. I'm blaspheming. I'm sorry. I'm blaspheming. But this blend is a little too caramely. Doesn't have quite enough of that pepper. Ah, damn it. On this episode where I'm supposed to do nothing but talk up Gly, I'm supposed to do nothing but talk up Gly, and my blend was a little disappointing. I have no White Lightning Mickey, then Orange Crush. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I have no clue what's going on there. Don't worry, Oporto. I'm gonna take my time with this. I'm about to finish up the stream, and I'll go nurse this for the rest of the night. Oh, Dare! Grouchy Suicide was saying Dare, Ope, and our scan and AR scanning for punctuation. Don't you know? I say don't you know. I've heard that's more of a Minnesota thing. I don't know if that's true or not, but I say don't you know. It's funny because I do kind of relegate the amount of Wisconsin I talk. Like on stream, I feel like I don't talk super Wisconsin. With Erica, I talk more Wisconsin. And then with my old man, when it's just me and him, I talk super Wisconsin, like super old Milwaukee. Because you got to understand too, Milwaukee accent is different from Wisconsin accent, right? Like the Milwaukee dialect is different. Because like if you go up to like Oshkosh or like Green Bay, right? They're like, hey, what's going on? What's going on there? And we're like, hey, what's going on there, Ana? Totally different. Totally different. Although I will say Madison people don't have an accent like whatsoever. Madison people just talk like this. They just talk like every other American. That's how Madison people talk. It's freaky. It's freaky. Oh, Marty Moose grew up in Milwaukee in the 80s and 90s. That's awesome. Cool. Hey, what's up? Good to see you. I assume that's Wags. You changed your picture, but I assume that's Wags. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this Friday live day. I think did that work? Friday live day? I don't know. Where's the barbecue whiskey at? Oh, I have some. It's in a giant pile somewhere because I'm terrible at keeping things organized. Where did I put it? Shit. Where'd I put the curveball? Shit. I know I put it somewhere because I was just drinking some. Oh well. This is why Erica comes in here and organizes this room every so often. Luke Lemire is asking, have I ever heard of Duke Cannon Big Bourbon Beard Oil? It's enhanced with actual Buffalo Trace bourbon. I'll try it. I mean, that sounds a little ridiculous, but I'll try it. I will see if I can't get a hold of some. Before we go, Michael Oporto would like to know, should I do Glenallachie 12 or Redbreast 12 tonight? You know, I've been on a pot still kick. In fact, a Drum Shambo pot still review should be coming out next week. So go with the Redbreast. Can I get that BBQ whiskey in New Jersey? Haven't seen it anywhere. I don't know what the distribution's like. It only recently popped up in Wisconsin. So, yeah. Oh, you went to John Muir? Okay, yeah. Yeah. No, I know it for sure. Yeah, and I will tell Erica hi. But this has been a Friday episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I like doing these live. They're not going to replace the Sunday lives. I think my old man should be here for the Sunday live this week, so that should be good. But I like doing this with you guys. I like doing this rye stuff with you guys. So yeah, I think we're going to keep doing these live. I don't think I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to do canned videos for Friday anymore. I kind of like doing it like this. This is fun. Plus, it gives me the opportunity to just crack stupid jokes and act the Mickey. So, yeah. All right. But until next time, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to stay healthy, stay safe, and stay rotten. Cheers.